Back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys having a great, exceptional day. All right, so to do this real quick, this is my rant for Kendrick, Lamar, and Drake. Now, back in the day, like 5 or 10 years ago, I was a real big hip-hop fan, you know, straight up and down. My generation of hip-hop really, when I got into it hardcore, was 1998 to probably 2013, you know. Artists like Tech Nine, Cannabis, when it comes to like artists with some good lyricism, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Busta Rhymes, I'll give him credit where credit is due. But when it came to some sick lyricism, you know, artists like Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, West Side Connect Gang, connection with Dub C, Mac 10. There was an artist named Technique. He was from Long Beach, California. He never made, I think he only had like 1 or 2 solo albums, but he was a great artist. Large Professor, Nas. I wasn't a big Jay-Z fan, but Jay-Z always had great lyrics. Planet Asia, he's from Fresno, California. Jurassic 5, Dilated Peoples. When it comes to the South rappers, Outkast, Dungeon Family, T.I., David Banner. When I think of my favorite Southern artists, UGK, Little Flip, Ghetto Boys, Midwest artists, Twista Do or Die, D12, Eminem, Esham, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Nelly, Saint Lunatics, okay, Ludacris. The list goes on and on. But I come from an era of people battling. Whether it was battling because there was a real beef to where we're going to take it to the streets, we're not going to do, because, you know, I'm 41 years old, so there was a time where there was no social media. You had beef with people. You talked to people, you talked trash to people on the telephone, radio, or you made a diss track. So that's what, you know, that's what, or you was on, yeah. So that's how it was. Nowadays you have social media, so people can just grab their cell phones and do what they do, as far as talking trash and things of that nature. But I'm happy to see that, you know, that there's still some hip-hop momentum where lyricism can happen, where people can make some good diss tracks, make you think, especially Kendrick Lamar, not Drake. And music can, there can be some good music and nobody's getting killed. Nobody's getting hurt. You know, it's all in, because that's what hip-hop really is. People battling. You know, I talk trash about you, you talk trash about me. And at the end of the day, you know, you go on about your business. You know, KRS once said, he's like, the rapper that goes to prison that's quote unquote a conscious rapper, the quote unquote person talking about getting things done and not being a street dude and being uplifting, that rapper doesn't really get messed with. He's like, but he stated that the rapper that is in the video talking about selling drugs, shooting people, robbing people, pimping women, and trying to be a hardcore street dude, especially when you're really not one. When you go to prison, people are going to try to test you, you know, because you're dealing with people that they got nothing to lose. Okay, so I'm glad to see that Kendrick Lamar and Drake can have these diss tracks, and, you know, for the most part, it's not going to be like back in the day with Tupac, where he starts off the song saying that's why I F your B, you know, and talking about if you want to go to war, we can go to war, we can shoot it up. Because when he said it, he meant those words. It wasn't just talking trash. He wasn't trying to be something that he wasn't. So I'll leave it at that. But the main reason why, so it's nice to see that that's happening. The main reason why I'm making this video, I don't know why DJ Vlad is still relevant in 2024. And people like him. They've had their run. And I don't understand why there's a big deal made about these individuals, why they still have a huge following, why anybody even still watches this content. But it is what it is. People subscribe to it. People buy merchandise. They do what they do. I can't tell people what to watch and not watch. Once he became disrespectful for me, I was like, I got nothing else to say to this guy. I don't want to watch his content anymore. The main reason why I was watching his content was because of Lord Jamal and got the comedian Godfrey. And once they stopped rocking with him, I stopped rocking with him. I watch their platforms now. So I'd rather support them. But at the end of the day, I'll say this. At the end of the day, I'll say this, is that, one, I think that DJ Vlad is very irrelevant. And the fact that he's trying to, I remember when he tried to talk trash about the verses when that first came out. Talking about he wasn't a big fan of it. I know why, because it wasn't negative and he wasn't profiting off of it. So that's why he wasn't a big fan of that. Number two, he he's talking trash about the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. Now, once again, when you're putting your 2 cents in on something that really has nothing to do with you, but I know why you're doing this. You're trying to remain relevant. At the end of the day, do what you do. I'm not mad at it, but I leave it alone. But at the end of the day, all I have to say is that when you have a relevant point to add to these, when you have a true love for this music called hip hop, then I want to hear what you have to say. But you're, quote unquote, since you are a vulture of hip hop and all the artists, and you're the king of instigating beefs and things of that nature, heck, you're the king of getting people sent to jail with your content, and yet still idiots are dumb enough to still go on your platform to do it. That's what I said. I can't get, I don't hate the player, hate the game, as the wrestler Booker T would say. So I'm not mad at the fact that he's profiting. I laugh at the fact that people still go on this person's platform knowing that people have lost life, people have gotten in fights, people have gone to jail for being on this person's platform. To me, that's like literally willingly, intentionally saying, yeah, let me go to a prison, even though I'm not a criminal, let me go to the yard where people can get shanked and strangled and raped on a regular basis. But let me do this on a voluntary basis because it might make me popular online. I don't need to be that popular. Moral of the story. So on that note, do the great thing for things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves, or you're gonna live bro like a fool. Take care.